My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product. We're good? Alright. So, we can review this time. We got on the live studio. Just make sure to tell us if the audio is good at the start. That way, I can know if I have to lower it or not. If it's alright, just say good. If it's not, say just lower it a bit. Yeah, I'll just make sure not to talk too loud just in case at the start. But welcome. We'll get started as per usual. Just had to set up just because of the new information that we saw. But yeah, we'll get started with talking about the whole week in review in a second. There is a minute delay, so whatever anybody says, I'm only going to see probably a minute after. It's good. Alright, well, but just one says it's good so far. I'm just going to okay, I'm just going to hold until I can see. I can maybe play it on here. Let me listen. Talking about the whole week in review. Okay, yeah, that sounds good to me. So we'll just we'll get started. All right. So Monday, we're gonna do the recap now. This was the Lucifer information. Just went over all the news, all the HD picks. Finally. Tuesday, we did the part breakdown for the new Barricade Lucifer. That was always fun to do. And after, whoa, we also did a printed QS Xiphoid. Wow, that's pretty wacky, isn't it? We had a whole video where we showcase it. Wednesday was the app update video for the thing. And then after there, we just went over the full update, collab with Cypress. Thursday, we made sure to have a fun battle with Burst Spriggan. So if you want to see Spriggan versus Guilty, check it out. Friday, we finally got to see the rest of the singles for Quad Strike. We went over it. We gave our thoughts on it. Saturday was a 3D print showcase of Crazy Aries of a chain upgrade, where he showed off an upgraded chain Kerbeus and how much stronger it can be for defense. So, yeah, we're going to get started. All right, we're going to get started now with the rest of the stuff. There is some actually other Hasbro news, a little surprising, and it's not just this. What's the next one that we have? Oh, channel updates first. Okay, ZANKYE 2. Okay, listen. I'm holding it in the hand right now. I got both the guys right now. I finally finished building them. Whoa, we're in the void. Hold on, that's the ZANKYE 2 void. That's our mistake. All right, now we're talking. All right, I'm missing the big one. That takes really long to build. Yeah, but we'll get. Monday is our goal. Can we get for Monday? Hopefully. That's what's ideal. All right, more Hasbro thing on collabs. They're gonna do one with WWE. I think it's just some like sample thing where for the event. I think I saw some sponsoring of some WWE star or whatever. There's something with Roblox. I haven't seen too much buzz around it, so I'm guessing it just wasn't that crazy. And there's one for Anime NYC. There's a panel. Now we'll talk about it actually after in a second, because someone was gracious enough to let us use some photos after I asked permission. Yeah, I'll talk about that. First of all, Barricade Lucifer. Now, fellas, whatever you want to be addressed as, what are our thoughts so far? I'm leaning towards maybe just the chip in the performance tip. Also, the Korokoro scans mentioned something interesting. For starters, one thing they mentioned in the scans not talked about is how they basically say that Lucifer is like so strong now, and the one bay that's supposed to stop it is going to be the completed Divine. I'm pretty sure the next issue in December is just going to be advertising completed Divine. The other thing too is that they mentioned the difference because obviously Variant had the vertical barrier, and then after this one has a horizontal barrier, so maybe there's some difference in the defense for it. So you can see, obviously, because of how the things are, because it goes like this, right? The idea is that they're saying it's like this. So maybe it works slightly better for the thing. I think, again, people are kind of confusing because even though, like, we all know it's opposite spin, for some reason there's still, like, this whole thing, it has to be good same spin or the release was trash. I feel like some are just misjudging the bay or not actually giving it a fair chance, which you gotta give it a fair chance. Now, next up, this is going to be actually interesting. All right. Credit to LuxKR from the WBO Discord. I asked for it. They said, yep, just credit the Tumblr. So if they have a Tumblr there, please support them. I have not used Tumblr, so I don't know how it works. Fun fact. So check this out. So when they're talking about the designer, which is Makoto, which we've seen is one of the master bladers, by the way. What's funny is that we already knew that they had a designer from Takara Tomy to help with the Hasbro stuff, and Doug from Hasbro does the input, right, for like the Western stuff. What's funny is that they have a Hasbro exclusive, and they somehow missed paint on their own exclusive. That's kind of funny. It's like when Magma in the animation has a different colored cap, but IRL they just didn't do it. So only Hasbro, right? It's beautiful to see the concept art of this stuff. Another thing, designed in CAD. Oh, that's a program, right? Okay, so this was their modeling process for the thing, and they got a little prototype. Yeah, I imagine the process for this was kind of just saying what's the cheapest way to kind of just make it work for their system for the thing. I'm a little curious because unfortunately when they do these things, they never release it to the public. So again, shout out to Lux, MVP right now for the coverage on this. There's some other stuff, but I only want to cover like the really important stuff. Next one. Do you have any other images?
Yes.
Next one, my man. Give it a second. Okay, this is for the stadium. So this was kind of already given knowledge, but if you remember in Turbo to Rise to Sparking to Quad Drive, what Hasbro and Takara Tomy do within collaboration is that in the animation, before Turbo was just the dub, but onwards, they would basically design a stadium for the animation, and then after Hasbro makes that stadium for an IRL product. So sometimes it's actually pretty interesting and pretty good, I would say. So this is an example of the double-decker. They go over, I guess, the 3D modeling for the stadium and the Hasbro one, and this is probably one of the better ones. I do think that Sorry about that. I do think that some of them are a little bit more fleshed out than the others, but it's going to be very interesting when we hit QS and what stadium they're going to do. I imagine probably a mix of QS or QD and Hypersphere. This one is awesome. We saw this with Ogre and Kraken a few years back when I managed to cover it. This is for Katana Muramasa. So what's really interesting about this is actually that with Katana, it was literally what I've been saying. It was a Death Scyther clone. And you'll notice this, that the Takara Tomy designers, what they basically do is they basically take a pre-existing bay, slightly modified for Hasbro, and then after Hasbro does a few modifications. So the original one was basically a hollow clone. Then they just pasted the scythe to the other side. And then for the final design, the eye was actually red. The IRL one was actually blue. So I prefer the red eye Muramasa. I do think this is very cool to see though, and I do appreciate seeing this process for the actual designing, because regardless if you like Hasbro or you don't like Hasbro, I think it's really nice to see this creative process. Next up, Stadium. This is really interesting. We saw this with Slingshot, I believe. So basically what they do is they do a vacuum seal, and then after they do modifications to the final stadium. It's always cool to see the final design because it looks so close to what Takara would probably release. Then there's the Hasbro modifications that they probably have to do to probably fit the costs or whatever. But I think it's very interesting. Like, this literally looks like it would just be a TT stadium. Like a pro release of like one of these stadiums. That would be sick. Because honestly, I love it. And again, shout out to Lux. They have a Tumblr, by the way. Again, they gave permission for this, so greatly appreciated. Next one. I think this is a little more. Yeah, okay, this one was the best. So basically how this works is that Takara Tomy will work with Hasbro. They do the adjustments for Hasbro, and Hasbro has the influence for their designs, right? So Hasbro is the main control over the stuff for what they decide for their market, right? You have this relationship. So if you notice with Linworm, it seems its inspiration was very close to Venom Diabolos. This was a little bit interesting, and they have a little prototype of the thing. They gotta release these slides, man, because this is actually, like, really cool to see, and I wish they would. There was another one for animation where they break it down. I don't know if I can play that, if I get claimed. I think we did last time. I didn't put it there for a reason. I'm gonna double check afterwards. I might do an animation breakdown on the thing. Probably not. But it is out there. I'll mention that. Next, what do we got? The main news? Oh, for the thing? No, yeah, but just let us know in the chat. What do you think about the stuff, by the way, for the thing? Because this is very. Thank you to Jay Sean. Okay, well, it's a donation. I will take the $2. So hey, $2 is $2.
What?
Hey,
What it?
I was just like, shout out to Insta. Hey, shout out to Insta. All right. Well, I'm taking it either way, so thanks for the dono, bozo.
No, you saw the comment?
I saw the thing. Hey, $2, $2.
Yeah,
So.
if you got more, send it over.
If you got more, send it over. Hey, go for it. Alrighty, next one. The main news. Hey, this has been spread around. Okay, go back to me. Can we go back to me for a second? Listen, Hasbro. You're doing singles now for QS. You don't gotta repeat the launcher that we've been keep on getting. Because listen, Pro Series cost as much as about very close to Takara Tomi's market in Japan, right? I wanted this. This would have been neat. This would have been nice. I would have liked the sparking launcher because it originally came with it. So variant Lucius. The other base in this wave is variant in so the variants Rage and Brave. For this one, it is blurry, but this was the best one. I did find where it was, or managed to source it for the thing. No, it's not from that one post of the thing. We did manage to dig, but very happy they're doing Sparking Pro Series. Now, there's going to be some big, confusion here. Takara Tomy logo. What does this mean? Absolutely nothing. It's just
It's in the bottom.
And the Hasbro logo's on the bottom, yes. So basically what this co-branded logo basically means is nothing. They just put the logo on there, so then after when people say you should just go get Takara Tomy, now they're going to confuse you because they got a TT logo on the box. There is absolutely nothing different. We don't know anything else different at all. I know because I saw the TT logo at first, and I had to ask a friend, Kyo, just to explain. Apparently this is the same tactic they do with Transformers, so yeah. Either way, this is the next Pro Series wave, so that is very, very exciting. I think now that we're finally getting to sparking is really, really good, and I'm so happy they didn't start off too weak. I think if they want to keep going strong, they will have to do Curse, they have to do Glide, Hollow, Infinite. They can do Jet if they want. They could skip Jet. I don't need Jet.
If they want to listen, Infinity Achilles.
Yeah, Infinite Achilles. Listen, Hasbro, if the ninjas are listening to this video, listen. We want the Rashad Brave Altreak, throw it in a set with a black Infinite Achilles. I'll take it, alright? For when this is supposed to... Oh, okay, we're already going to the big one. Alright, he's already throwing the haymaker here. Invasive Pandora. This is legit. So that means there are two Pandoras. There is the Lightning Pandora, whatever it was, Endless, and this one. This surprised the hell out of me. And you know what's really cool about this shape? It reminds me a lot of the original Death Scyther shape, or Doom Sizer. Visually, we already know. We finally get to see what the singles look like. I do wish, listen.
New package.
New package. Someone in the chat, let me know your thoughts in the chat. Would you get a Pro Series single? The answer is yes for me. It is yes. If we get more Pro Series releases, do the singles. Come on.
Singles. But
No,
this is Quad Strike.
This is Quad Strike. This is Quad Strike. For release dates, we are assuming this is going to be December to January, around that time.
Yeah.
And the QS, is what it is. Hopefully we're able to get it in time. The sparking, I am so excited for. I do hope they do well. The singles, I'm not too sure if this was a smart move to go back to it, because I can at least speak in experience from seeing part of the US and in Canada. The singles do not sell too well. I like the idea, but it has to be some incentive to get. Like, a lot of Hypersphere singles are just dead on the shelves.
No, do Achilles.
Oh no, I'm talking about like the main stuff. I'm not talking about, if you want to do Pro Series singles, okay, that's different. Okay, you take my money right now, dude, right away, right? That'd be a big dub. But another thing I really wish is string. I feel like string launchers has been always a struggle for Hasbro. Why I think they don't do it is probably because they don't want to spend as much on it, because again, they're trying to spend minimum costs for the thing, right? So I like a string launcher, but yeah, this was pretty nuts. I feel these next few weeks for November are going to get very, very intense. But I want to leave off with, what else do we want to talk about? We talked about the Lucius. Oh, Brave is, they're doing stock combinations. Go back to the Pro Series one, if we can get to it. They're going back to the stock combinations, which I am 100% for. I think Pro Series' biggest weakness was because they tried to do competitive combos, but then after, some of them didn't really make too much sense for the choices. So if they just want to do stock combos, just do it. Because, like, I have no complaints there. The only other thing I'm wondering now is if finally, I say this every wave, if finally we don't get those quality control issues, like the chips are fragile for Takeratomi, so I'm a little scared for the Hasbro one. Teeth wear, obviously. But you know, let's hope for the better. I'm pretty excited. So out of Brave, Rage, and Lucius, what's your number one? Like, if you picked one out of the three, that's the one I get. You let me know.
Brave.
All right. Another thing I'm wondering, because Brave in the app has yellow rubber, and I know the actual Brave actually is supposed to have yellow, but it's like a greenish yellow because of the tint with the blue. If Hasbro's Pro release manages to have it proper yellow-orange, I will be so happy for that. But, yeah. I think aside from that, is there anything else we can talk? Yes, there is. The coming Friday is supposed to be, what is it called again? Barricade Lucifer. They're probably going to drop the video then. Anything else for the channel? Yes. For ZANKYE 2, the Bottle Man. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it this time. Tomorrow.
Okay, let.
We can actually, oh no, the leg fall apart. We're going to do it. We're going to get it. There's the one that wears the 3-in-1. I'll try to get it. You'll probably see most of them. And I also have to do the Pokemon Let's Play on the thing. For future plans for the channel, for any updates, here's what I can say. November, change of plans. December, we got some nice things planned. And I can promise I will deliver on that date. Because I have to start scripting now. So I'm having more free time now. So I am able to do it. So this is where I think is an okay time to end the week in review. So to announce for the following week, most likely Saturday, 7 p.m., 6 p.m.-ish will be a live stream. If not, it will be next Sunday, 3 p.m., similar time, maybe a few minutes after 3 p.m. And I think we can end it there. Or do you want to do anything else? We want to do a small Q&A?
Yeah, maybe Q&A.
We can do a small Q&A session. Do we have the Q&A graphic?
No.
Oh, okay. Forget it. All right, Q&A session. We'll answer a few questions at the end. I think it's a little bit fun to do, and then after we'll end off, I guess. And you said these new Sparking Pro series is coming. Well, they should come in December. They should. Listen, like Hasbro with their release dates is like Quad Strike was supposed to be December 1st. Clearly not. So maybe around December, maybe it's January. It depends whenever stores get it. But if there's anything else, just feel free to ask.
Extreme Dash comes with Valtryek?
No, you're thinking of //Sword in that big set. Brave is stock, so Evolution Dash, and Rage is Destroy Dash, which also we finally get Destroy Dash after so long.
No, there's no DB Pro.
DB Pro
No.
will release. Whoa, buddy, you gotta add up the time right. First of all, they have to get through Sparking, so if you see DB, it's only going to be not even 2023, like maybe 2024.
Why did you curse on the videos? Why not?
Listen, sorry buddy, you got to read the disclaimer. Bye.
13 plus Tristan.
Yeah, okay, Imperial Dragon still the best pro release? It technically is, because the new ones aren't out yet, but the new best pro release would have to be Rage. It's stock. Anything else? Unrelated to Beyblade, but did you... I can say they need a day one patch to that Pokemon game because it's EA levels of glitching. I talk about it in the ZANKYE 2 video, which will probably come out. I have to trim it down because I was just like laughing at the glitches the whole time. Okay, here's a good one. What are the chances of Hasbro announcing Q? Zero. I think we all misinterpreted the whole thing of the animation time slot. I think they were just talking about because the bays are based on the animation, right? So I think that's what they meant. Zero. I don't think anything. If there was, it would have been announced very clearly by the situation of Quad Strike. They're not doing it.
I'm asking you, what's going to be on the set of Pro Series?
If they do a Pro Series. Now, what I want, which I probably won't get, but what I would like...
It's going to be...
I would think one of two things. I know what you're going to say. What I want is a Rashad Brave and a Black Infinite Achilles. What he is saying is it'll be Hyperion and Helios, Hyperion Burn and Helios Volcano, most likely. Bro, you gotta...
You
Relax.
spam, you wait.
Yeah, you gotta relax. Anything else? What Sparky Beyblade do you think they'll do in the next wave? That's a good. They'll probably do some of the single chassis ones. So probably they'll do Glide, they'll do Curse. They're going all over the place. Maybe a Diabolos. Devilos. Oh, but I don't want them to do 2 Devilos. They should just do one of them. Just do Death. Just do Death. And then after they throw the Bullet Driver out. We don't need Merge Dash. Anything else? Anything else?
No big stadium. They won't do it.
Can I get an Ultimate Valkyrie? Yeah, actually, we have a store.
Yes, we do.
We have a store. Wow, what a segue. Thank you, random commenter. What a segue. Hey, listen, you wanna know what? Not paid. Listen, not paid promotion, alright? They asked if they can get. Oh, whoa. So this is an optional way to support the channel. Barricade Lucifer, if you want to. Yeah, but I'm very excited to eventually get my hands on the new Lucifer in a couple of weeks. And do you think Hasbro will ever do...
Black Friday.
Oh, yeah, Black Friday.
Friday.
Black Friday sales next Friday?
Yeah.
Whoa, stay tuned
keep
for
an eye.
Keep an eye next Friday. No, Hasbro will not do the MFB remix. They're not doing any other. They're done with that. Would I like it? Yeah. Will they? Nah. Anything else? Nothing. Okay. I think we're good to end off now. Alrighty. Shout outs to Insta for the clutch modding at the end. Thanks for the $2, by the way, if you're still watching.
Yeah. If you got more, create another account. Send it over.
Send it over.
Add a 0.
It was a joke because they threw an insult on the donation, so that's the context. So just so
if you need to pay to insult, come on.
If you want to do that, so
there's free platforms.
There's free platform. Okay, when's the Hypersphere format video coming? A Hypersphere tier list? No. My mind is set right now. What day is it today? November 20th. November 20th. Okay, listen. I gotta prepare for Barricade Lucifer. That means I have to prepare for the BU tier list, then other stuff. So 2023, because I also have to do Turbo. So eventually I'll do all the remaining stuff. 2023 is the golden year for the ZANKYE content when we finally do that.
This guy wants the stadium.
It's not out yet.
Shin Stadium. The white stadium.
I can get it, but I'm gonna fade out of existence.
No, wait.
My hand, it's gone. We need to get it. Whoa. Let me get it. We finally got a nice setup for it, huh? Look at it. Oh no, it's good. Oh no, it's not doing it right. Yeah. It's all right. This is my ability. It's where I get my shadows behind me and I control them. Yeah, but you'll probably see more videos like that later. But aside from that, I think that's where we ended off. I think that's where we ended off for the stream. So, yep, gonna close it on there. Thanks for everyone for showing up, and more videos soon. You'll probably see a Spriggan Evolution battle tomorrow.